Let's check some examples. For example, if we have 1, 1, 1, it's better to reroll how many dice?
Okay. If you have 1, 1, 1, then it's better to reroll 1 dice.
So let's check. If you reroll 1 dice, what's the probability to reach 7?
It's 1 in 6.
1 over 6, because we should only reach 5, yes. If we reroll 2 dice, then the probability to reach 7 is what?
So 1, 5, 1, 5, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 2, 5, 1. So 5 in 36. So not enough.
Which one is better, 2 or 1?
1 dice.
1 dice is better, okay? So, like this, we should check some examples to understand how it works. So, if we have A, B, C, okay, if we reroll 3 dice, what's the probability to reach 7?
If you reroll 3 dice, A plus B plus C is 7.
Yes, what's the probability? Look, we have A, B, C, and then we want to reroll 3 dice. I want to check. If we reroll 3 dice, what's the probability to reach 7, okay? If we reroll all of them, what's the probability to reach 7?
So 1, 1, 5, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 5, 1. We try to count all the cases divided by 2.
Yes, you should check all of them. And divide by 200. Calculate all of them. Okay, so you should calculate the numerator of this one, ABC.
Let me calculate.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I got like 15.
You got 15. Okay, let's check. When sum of them is 7, maximum one can be 5. 5, 1, 1, 3 cases here. Then you can say if you have 4, the sum is 3. So 1, 2, 6 cases. If you have 3, if maximum is 3, so 3 plus what is 7? 3 plus 4. So it can be 3, 1 and 3, 2, 2. So this one is 3, this one is 3. Maximum 2 is not possible. So 3, 3, 3, 9, 15. Good job. So the probability is 50. Now let's consider something. So if we reroll 2 dice, okay. So now let's consider first one is 1. Next terms are BC. This one is 1. If one of them is 2 and you want to reroll other 2 dice, if it is 3 BC is what? If you have 4 BC and you want to reroll 5 BC and 6 BC. So the probability of we should calculate probability of each of them. So if you have 1 and we want to reroll other 2 dice, it will be what the probability?
Wait, so in what case do you reroll BC?
No, we don't want to see in what case. We want to first calculate and then compare. Suppose we have 1 and then we want to reroll other 2 dice. The probability to reach sum 7 is what? 1 hint or want to keep trying?
Kind of a hint.
Okay, sure. So look, this one is 1. If you reroll these 2, so their sum should be 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So 6 is 1, 5 to 5, 1. It's 5 over 36, right? What about next one?
Okay, 2 is 2, 4? No. 2, 3. No, 1, 4, 2, 3.
So it's what?
So 4 over 36.
Exactly, 4 over 36. What about next one?
I think this is just 1, 2, 2, 1, and 3, 3. So 3 over 36.
Yeah, 3 over 36.
3
Next
over
one,
36, 2 over 36, 1 over 36, and then 0.
0, because when one of them is 6, 1 is also 8. It will be great. Look, now if you want to reroll one of them, then if a plus b is less than 7, then the probability to reach 7 is what?
If you reroll one die, then it's just 1 and 6, 1 over
Yes,
6.
1 over 6. But it is for the case that sum of two of them be less than 7. For example, look, if you have 6, 5, 5. If you reroll one dice, you cannot reach 7, right?
Yeah.
Sum of two of them. Okay. And do you agree 1 over 6 is greater than all these numbers?
Yeah.
So if we have two numbers that sum of them less than 7, we reroll one die, not 2 dice or 3 dice, right?
Yeah.
And we reroll 0 die if sum of them is 7. 0 die if a plus b plus c is 7. Okay. Now it says, what's the probability that we reroll exactly 2 of the dice? Okay. So here, let's consider some cases. So okay, each of them we reroll how many dice? Suppose we have 1, 2, 5. Then we reroll how many dice?
How many dice? You have to reroll one dice.
1. If we have 2, 5, 6, then we reroll how many dice?
Okay, 2, 5, 6. You reroll 2 dice.
Okay, so 2 dice. And which 2 dice? 2, 5 or 2, 6 or 5, 6? So here, look, let's check with 3 dice. 15 over 200. Which one of these things are better than 15 over 216? Which are greater? Which are less than this?
Like 3, 5, 6. You have to reroll 3 dice. I mean 2 dice.
No, I said I want to, yes, we have to reroll 2 dice. I said I want to compare these numbers with 3 dice. Which of these fractions are greater than this? Which are smaller than this?
I'm not sure.
You don't know how to compare these two fractions? For example, this one is greater or this one? Here, which one is greater? Check this one.
If you add them all up, you get like.
No, you cannot add all of them. Look, you can compare one by one because, for example, you can reroll all. You cannot reroll simultaneously. I want to see if you have one and reroll other two. Is one better or reroll 3 dice is better? Which one is greater? Each of these fractions.
Well, you have to multiply 3 over 6 to get 15 over 216.
Okay, so this fraction is greater or this fraction?
So you multiply 1/2 by 1/2 by everything.
Okay, so if you do that, which one is greater? This fraction 5 over 36 or 15 over 200?
Wait, sorry, say that again. It was kind of.
I said which fraction is greater, 5 over 36 or 15 over 216?
5 over 36.
Yes, because we can multiply both sides by 216. It will be 30, it will be 15. 30 is greater, this one is greater. What about next fraction? This is greater or this one is greater?
4 over 16.
What about next one?
3 over 36.
Next one?
15 over 216.
Next one?
18 over
Obviously this
216.
one. Because if you multiply by 6, 24, 15, 18 greater than 15, 12 less than 15, 6 less than 15. Okay. So, if we have 1 or 2 or 3, if there exists 1 or 2 or 3, we prefer to reroll 2 dice, okay? Except 1 die. If not, we reroll. So, let's write. If sum is 7, we don't reroll, right? Okay, then we prefer to reroll 1 die. So if sum is not 7 and sum of 2 of them is less than 7, then we reroll 1 die, right? So here, look, we have these options. Sum 7, we reroll 0 dice. Answer is 0. If otherwise, if sum is not 7, now again we have 2 cases. If there exists 2 of them that the sum is less than 7, then answer is 1. We reroll 1. Otherwise, means sum of each 2 of them is greater than 7. Then we have 2 cases. If there exists 1 or 2 or 3, we reroll 2 dice. If there exists 1 or 2 or 3, answer is 2. Otherwise, answer is 3. So it is the things that we found. Okay? So by these things, let's check some of them. For example, suppose that we have 3, 5, 6. So answer is what in this case? How many? We reroll how many dice?
2.
2. If we have 4, 5, 5, then we reroll how many dice?
3.
If we have 3, 3, 6, then we reroll how many dice?
3.
No, 1. Because look, sum of these 2 is less than 7, so you reroll this one. And 1 is always better. Okay, so here, if sum is not 7, and there exist 2 of them that the sum is less than 7, so you reroll 1 dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Now 3, 4, 6. This one is what the answer?
2.
2. You reroll these 2. If you have 4, 5, 6, you reroll how many dice?
3.
3. And if you have 1, 2, 4, you reroll how many dice?
1. No, 0.
0.
You already
Because
got
the
7.
sum is 7. Yes. Now, if someone say for example 3 numbers, now you know you should reroll how many dice. It says what's the probability that you reroll exactly 2 dice. Okay, so this one 0. So the denominator is what? The probability that you reroll 2 dice. The denominator is what?
2 over 6.
The denominator.
The denominator is, I don't know.
The denominator is 6.
6 cubed.
It's 6 cubed because all cases, right? At first we roll 3 dice, and total number of cases is 6 cubed, right? Okay, now you should say, okay, in how many of the cases we reroll 2 dice? Calculate the numerator by considering these things.
So you only roll 2 if it's like greater than 7. Okay, so there's like 6, right?
You should use casework to calculate. Look, because it should be 2, sum of each 2 of them. So we should calculate when we reroll 2 dice. Let's consider we have what conditions? Sum is not 7, because if sum is 7, we reroll 1 dice. Sum of each 2 is at least 7. Sum of each 2 is greater than or equal to 7, and we should have 1 or 2 or 3. We should have these conditions to reroll 2 dice. Now we should calculate all of these cases. So let me check one of them with you. Suppose we have, and we cannot have both 1 and 2, because then their sum is less than 7. It says sum of each 2 at least 7. So let me calculate for you case 1. If you have 1, because sum of each 2 is at least 7, so 6, 6, we should have only 1, 6, 6, right?
Yeah.
So how many cases do we have here?
2, 3.
3. If we have 2, now calculate for this case. When we have 2, how many cases are there?
2, 5, 6, and 2, 6, 6.
Exactly. 2, 5, 6, 2, 6, 6, and one more case. 2 what?
2, 5, 5.
2, 5, 5. So here, how many cases?
6, 3, 3.
It's 6, 3, 3. Now let's consider if we have 3. What are the cases?
3, 3, no, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 6.
Yes,
3,
what
4,
else?
6. 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 6.
And
3, 6.
exactly. So this one is what?
3, 6, 6, 3, 6, 3.
Yes, so how many cases? This one 3, okay, 6, 6, 3, 6, 3. So the numerator is what then?
Now 4, but 4 can't work. So this is, if we add all these up, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 18 plus 24.
Which is what?
You get 42. 42.
42. So 42 over 6 cubed. If we simplify, it would be what? So 42 over 6 cubed, if we simplify this, what over what?
7 over 36.
Exactly. 7 over 36. Which choice here?
A.
Okay. Understand completely how we solve this?
Yeah.
Okay.